นะครับเข็มขัดเต็มไปหมดเลยนะครับเรามาดูกันที่คู่ถัดไปดีกว่าครับชกกันในรุ่นมินิมัมเวทสากลอาชีพ6ยกนะครับน้ำหนักพิกัดไม่เกิน105ปอนด์ครับผมขอเชิญขึ้นมาบนเวทีก่อนเลยนะครับเทิดเกียรติวิรชนครับมุมน้ำเงินครับAnd now calling to the stage his opponent out of the red corner, John Michael Zulueta. Introducing to you first, fighting out the blue corner ในมุมน้ำเงินนะครับใส่กางเกงน้ำเงินแซมเหลืองนะครับมาจากประเทศไทยนะครับน้ำหนักพิกัด105ปอนด์ครับชกมาก็ชนะ6ครั้งนะครับแพ้8ครั้งครับขอเสียงดังๆนะครับต้อนรับเทิดเกียรติวิรชน and his opponent standing across the ring, fighting out the red corner, hailing out of and proudly representing the Philippines, wearing white with red trim, with a professional record, an outstanding one, 16 victories, no losses, and 3 contests even. Please give it up for John Michael Zulueta. And your referee, once the action begins, Ajahn Thanin Boompiu. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Ajahn Pipat Sisane, Ajahn Chris Sanyadet, and Ajahn Carlos Costa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next fight very, very fast, faster than what we anticipated it to be. Fight number 11, this is in the minimum weight division. It's the Philippines taking on Thailand. John Michael Zulueta in the red corner and Thoedkiad Weerachon in the blue corner.
Zulueta already just marches forward and takes the center of the ring in a very dominant fashion. Very nicely done. Starts to flick that jab out very early.
So we have had 10 fights so far. 7 of them have come by stoppage, by knockout. 2 draws and 1 by points.
Zulueta going to the body already. Very nicely done. Starting to go to that body with that left hook. I guess he's going to try and set up an overhand right very soon. Thoedkiad on the back foot. And there's that overhand right we were talking about.
Zulueta undefeated as a pro. Only 3 draws on his record, but 16 victories as well, no defeats.
I mean, if you've got 3 draws but no losses, it means you're someone who likes to really make fights very close and you like to take it to your opponent very often, or you're someone who stays on the back foot and really tests the judges' patience. We're going to find out very soon, I'm sure. 6 rounds scheduled in this minimum weight fight. A big left hand with a right hand, very nicely done. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Zulueta. He's very active and he's very much going to the body and he's evading these shots from his opponent, Thoedkiad.
Zulueta the aggressor in this round. Thoedkiad just trying to chip away at Zulueta's defense with his jab. Left hook, right hand from Thoedkiad.
Thoedkiad really trying to get these punches through, but Zulueta doing a great job to really roll with these punches. Even when he's taking those shots there, he's leaning back, he's taking the sting out of the punch, and a nice left hand upstairs.
I think we're seeing early on now, Zulueta really wants to just exploit the defense of Thoedkiad with his right hand and just trying to find a home for that left hook as well. As soon as that right hand gets landed, see that right hand going through the guard again.
And now you start to see some real activity, some real rhythm. So it really looks like Zulueta was trying to find that rhythm before he starts using what he wants to do. It almost seems like he found his groove after he landed that right hand. And he's using his right hand like a jab as well. Very nice stuff by Zulueta, the man from the Philippines.
Yeah, Zulueta staying nice and light on his feet. Nice sort of tap dancing footwork from the Filipino fighter as he goes back into the pocket. Mixing up his punches this time. Right uppercuts, sorry, left uppercut and right hands from the Filipino.
Some very fancy footwork, very interesting. And when people do footwork like this, it's one of those things where you're very confident in yourself that the punches are not going to hurt you, and you're very confident in your defense. However, if you're timing it right, you wait for your opponent to cross the legs, then you throw the shot. So Zulueta, although I think he's very confident, he's got to be very careful. This is the opening round where fighters don't tend to give away everything they have.
Zulueta going to the body there. And Thoedkiad really did back off, trying to find the free space just to save himself from getting more of an onslaught from Zulueta. That is the end of round one. We'll go into round two shortly.
So instead of trying to headhunt, just start going to the body and start making all of your combinations end with a body shot. If your opponent starts moving their head in a fancy fashion, just start digging to the body. There's no reason to try and hit a moving target every time. Go to the body.
Yeah, which is what Thoedkiad exactly did with his first punch, using the jab to go to the body, but Zulueta comes firing back with the uppercuts to the body, targeting the chest as well by the looks of things. There's that barrage of punches to the body, that right hook just slipping past the solar plexus of Thoedkiad. Jab from the Thai fighter as well.
Yeah, very well spotted. He isn't just going to the body with body shots, he is targeting areas of the body, and Zulueta is digging just underneath the rib cages as well, really taking the wind out of his opponent. So great stuff I'm seeing already from Zulueta. He is very well timed, and he looks like he is no longer afraid of the power of his opponent, and I think he's trying to time a big counter right hand or a left hook.
Right hand gets through for Zulueta. Doing a good job to target the body with the hook and going upstairs with it as well.
And this is where his opponent needs to come alive. Don't back off. Your opponent was basically giving you his guard on a plate. You need to sometimes take the food that's there. If your opponent's guard is up, that shouldn't be a message for you to just stop throwing. Just keep going with your attack. The guard will eventually break down. And there's that overhand right that clips him clean.
Yeah, Zulueta tagging Thoedkiad, but going straight back to the body. You see his arms drop there. Thoedkiad looks like he's in trouble now. Looks like he's in pain, trying to get out of the way, but getting tagged as Zulueta keeps on turning up the pace.
A nice lead left hook as well. Really put Thoedkiad on the back foot, and we're seeing it right now. He's putting the pieces together. He's found what's worked for him. That right hand and the left hook is working well for him, and I think the referee is going to be looking at this very closely now, because these punches are landing hard.
Yeah, the referee really having a look at Thoedkiad, we've got a minute coming up now in this second round, and Thoedkiad really has been wobbled a few times. Overhand right there, he's been hurt to the head and to the body. You've got to wonder, how long can he last against Zulueta with this kind of a pace that he's set himself? I mean, like you said, Jimmy, Thoedkiad really just needs to try and target the body and needs to start fighting back using these straight punches of his, because he's just being a punching bag at the moment.
Or just start to pivot as well. At the moment, he's fighting his opponent square on with his shoulders. Instead of doing that, start jabbing the lead left shoulder of your opponent. If someone likes the shoulder roll, start jabbing that left shoulder, start moving around, and start throwing the right hand at the shoulder as well. Eventually, your opponent's shoulder will drop, and that right hand will get through to the chin. But I just don't think Thoedkiad necessarily has the fight IQ to defeat someone like this, because he is getting pieced up right now.
He really is. He's been absolutely picked apart by Zulueta. There's the clapper for 10 seconds to go in the second round. Jab there from Thoedkiad. Zulueta waiting, and that is the end of round number 2.
I mean, in my view, Thoedkiad was very lucky to make it out of that round, because he ate a lot of damage in that fight. Zulueta, we saw in these action replays, going to the body, right underneath those rib cages, looping right hands upstairs as well. All of these shots that he's throwing are landing incredibly clean. I mean, The judges could have even scored that round as a 10-8. It was that dominant because Thoedkiad had that one moment. That was the right hand he landed. If it wasn't for that punch, I don't think Thoedkiad necessarily landed anything clean on his opponent other than that punch. Well, Zulueta is almost just trying to buy into the fact that he can just connect with these big hooks and it'll do the job. Use his speed. All he has to do right now is, you know, what we like to call shoe shining in the boxing business, what Joe Calzaghe used to do. You just keep throwing punches and bunches and hope the referee will step in. You don't need power, you just need to shoe shine, and that's what he's doing. He's just coming alive with big shots, and he doesn't need to land clean. Just land punches and bunches, and the referee will do the job for you.
Yeah, exactly. Uppercut landing, uppercut right hand landing multiple times before that clinch exchange. Zulueta just biding his time, like James said, just trying to land with any punch just to keep the damage high on Thoedkiad. Thoedkiad really needs to get on his bike here. Slip there from Thoedkiad. Really needs to start using his jab, using his straight punches against Zulueta.
Yeah, I would really like to see Zulueta just start using the jab now and let the referee come in. This is where he just needs to almost fight like he's got a machine gun and just go left, right, and just keep it pumping as much as he can. Of course, he's got to be very careful that Thoedkiad doesn't throw a right hand, but this is where he needs to come out. The referee needs to be looking at this because the opponent's not fighting back. He's not defending himself, and there's the first drop.
Yeah, he goes down now for an 8 count. I mean, that left hook didn't look like it hit him very hard, but Thoedkiad has really taken a lot of punishment in this fight. And here comes Zulueta to finish the job. If he knocks him down 2 more times, the fight has to be ruled over, and the referee's seen enough. Good stoppage there by the referee. Thoedkiad taking too much damage, and Zulueta advances to 17 victories on his professional boxing.
The referee called a stop to this contest at the time of 1 minute and 31 seconds by way of TKO in the 3rd round. And your winner, fighting out of the red corner, John